Waste acceptance criteria. Requirement of waste acceptance criteria. To ensure the waste is properly handled and processes in responsible manner. The proposed waste acceptance criteria functionality in electronic port reception system, enable port reception facility to perform activities as below. Develop standard parameter baseline for waste code, waste type, and type of handling and technology. Generate comprehensive, reliable and accurate list of waste management center with authorized waste code, license, and allowed technology or service. Establish governance for port reception facility via consignment note and tracking with waste composition. Benefit of waste acceptance criteria implementation in electronic port reception facility system. To assist PRF to comply with condition of compliance schedule with regards to waste acceptance criteria. To ensure only targeted waste is collected and received at Waste Management Center. To ensure waste is properly handled and processed in environmentally sound manner at Waste Management Center. To ensure pollution control installed at premise able to cope with incoming waste to be processed. To assist port reception facility to handle their waste according to the waste management hierarchy. To assist port reception facility to identify licensed facilities for treatment and disposal of scheduled wastes. Why implement waste acceptance criteria? Technology at Waste Management Center unable to process waste received. WMC received low content of targeted material in the waste resulted in not economic for recovery. High generation of residue, incurred high cost for handling and disposal. Pollution control system installed at Waste Management Center unable to cope with pollutants generated from wastes processing resulting in environmental pollution. Non-compliance to license condition with regards to Waste Management Center restriction. Non-compliance to effluent discharge standard/air pollution standard. Sample approval for Waste Management Center for waste acceptance criteria. Waste management hierarchy. This method based on Environmental Quality Act, 1974. This explain environmental sound management for the waste. There are two methods, concept for R and disposal or treatment. From the hierarchy, for management of waste from cradle to cradle begin with reduction. Waste reduction and waste minimization. Reuse, waste utilization such as use it to energy conversion. Recycling and recovery mainly for resources recovery. For the management of waste from cradle to grave. Pre-treatment such as incineration, physical and chemical treatment, solidification. Final residue to landfill with environment-friendly and safe disposal. Overview on roles for waste acceptance criteria. Department of Environment will manage the waste acceptance baseline by component listing. Specify of waste code. Allow disposal or 3R. Define baseline by type and composition. Potential Waste Management Center will have their own waste acceptance criteria, which linked with license and waste code allowed, to define allowed treatment. Handling, disposal or 3R method. Waste Management Center also will define composition values and response to compliance. Port reception facility will provide waste characteristic, which linked with notified waste code, specification of composition, selection of treatment, with list of qualified waste management center. Validation process. Port reception facility will initialize a request when there is requirement for disposal from vessel. Electronic port reception facility system will receive, review waste characteristic, quantity and process the request. System will begin waste management center selection process by defining, valid license code R within date of expiry. Next, it will define the waste characteristic of the incoming waste, and Waste Management Center's range of waste acceptance criteria. Lastly, system will define the balance capacity for the receivable quantity based on licensed quantity. If all the three screening process passed, system will validate the request for Waste Management Center selection. If any one of the requirement failed, selected waste management center will be refused to handle the waste. New selection process will start. Preview of waste acceptance baseline.